What if you could defeat depression not just by thinking your way out, but by taking action? Just like one of the most unstoppable men in Hollywood, me. Depression doesn't just steal your happiness, it robs you of your potential. If you're not careful, it can control your life. But what if you had the tools to fight back, to rise above it? In this video, we'll uncover the methods people are using to break free from depression, inspired by my mindset. Are you ready to take the first step towards your own unstoppable life? 1. Faith over fear. Put God first. When you have faith, fear has no place in your life. Depression thrives in uncertainty, but faith gives you direction. Trust that there's a higher purpose, even in your darkest moments. Put God first. Those aren't just words. That's a foundation. That's a rock to stand on when the storms of life try to knock you down. Because let me tell you something, when you have faith, fear loses its grip. Depression thrives in uncertainty, in doubt, in those quiet moments when you start questioning if you're enough, if you're worthy, if you'll ever find peace. But faith gives you something bigger than yourself to hold on to. Every morning when you wake up, you have two choices. Start your day with fear or start it with faith. Fear tells you it's going to be another hard day. Fear whispers, you're stuck, nothing will change. But faith speaks life into you. Faith says you are stronger than this moment. Faith reminds you that the battle you're fighting is not the end of your story. So how do you apply this daily? Start with gratitude. Before you reach for your phone, before you let the worries of the world creep in, take a deep breath and say thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another chance to get it right. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what's wrong to what's possible. Next, speak faith over your life. Say it out loud, I will overcome this. I am built for more. I refuse to let fear control me. Your words have power. Speak victory over your life even when you don't feel it yet, because belief is built through repetition. The more you say it, the more you start to live it. Then move with faith. Take that first step even when you don't know the whole path. Maybe it's getting out of bed and going for a walk. Maybe it's making that phone call, applying for that job, or just choosing to smile today. Faith is action. It's not just believing. It's doing, even when it's hard. Depression wants you stuck. Faith tells you to keep going. Fear shrinks your world, faith expands it. And if you can wake up every day and choose faith over fear, step by step, moment by moment, you will rise above whatever is trying to hold you back. Because God didn't bring you this far to leave you now. 2, discipline creates freedom. Discipline is the bridge between goals and success. When you wake up with purpose, even when you don't feel like it, you take control of your life. Depression feeds off chaos, so structure your day and own it. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want. But real freedom, that comes from discipline. It comes from mastering yourself, from choosing what's right over what's easy. And if you're battling depression, if you feel stuck in a cycle of negativity, let me tell you, discipline is your way out. Because depression feeds off chaos. It thrives when your life has no structure, no direction, no purpose. But the moment you decide to take control of even the smallest part of your day, you weaken its hold on you. Let's break this down into daily action. Start small. When you wake up, make your bed. Not because it's some magical act, but because it sets the tone. It says, I am in control of something today. That's a win. And wins, no matter how small, build momentum. Next, create a routine and stick to it. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need consistency. Set a time to wake up. Set a time to move your body, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Set a time to eat real food, to drink water, to breathe. Depression wants you stuck in bed all day. It wants you lost in the hours. But when you create a routine, you take back control. You tell your mind, I am leading today, not my emotions, not my doubts, me. And here's the key. Do it even when you don't feel like it. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about commitment. You won't always feel like getting up early. You won't always feel like exercising or eating right or doing the things that help you heal. But you do them anyway, because discipline isn't about feelings, it's about results. And over time, that discipline becomes freedom. Freedom from the weight of regret. Freedom from the mental fog that keeps you stuck. Freedom to wake up and know that no matter what's going on in the world, you are in control of your actions. So remember this, every time you choose discipline, you choose yourself. You choose your future. You choose a better life. And that choice, made daily, will set you free. 3, serve others to find yourself. When you help someone else, you stop focusing on your own pain. Service is the antidote to despair. Get out there, give, teach, uplift, and watch how your perspective changes. When you're battling depression, your mind pulls you inward. It makes you feel isolated, like no one understands, like you're alone in this fight. But let me tell you something. The quickest way to break free from that cycle is to stop focusing on yourself and start serving others. Now, I'm not saying your pain isn't real, and I'm not saying your struggle isn't hard. But when you shift your focus from what you're going through to how you can help someone else, something powerful happens. You find purpose. You find connection. You find a reason to keep going. So how do you apply this daily? Start small. You don't have to change the world, just change someone's moment. Smile at a stranger, hold the door open, call a friend just to check in, text someone and let them know you appreciate them. These little acts of kindness may seem small, but they have a ripple effect, not just for them, but for you. Because here's the truth. When you lift someone else up, you lift yourself up too. Depression wants you isolated. Service brings you back into the world. It reminds you that you're needed, that you have value, that you have something to offer. And the more you give, the more you realize you are not powerless. Take it a step further. Find a way to give back. Volunteer at a shelter. Mentor a young person. Help a neighbor. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be consistent. The act of serving rewires your brain. It pulls you out of your head and into the present moment. It replaces self-doubt with self-worth. And the best part, when you help someone else, you start to see your own struggles differently. You realize that you're not alone in pain, that everyone is fighting something, that just like you're lifting others up, others are there to lift you up too. So today ask yourself, who can I help? Who can I serve? Because when you give, you don't just change someone else's life, you change your own. And in that act of service, you'll find something depression can never take away: purpose. 4, keep moving, one step at a time. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. When depression tries to hold you down, force yourself to move. Exercise, walk, do something, just don't stay stuck. When you're in the grip of depression, everything feels heavy. Just getting out of bed can feel like climbing a mountain. Your mind tells you to stay still, to retreat, to wait until you feel better. But let me tell you something. Waiting won't change anything. Moving will. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to see the whole road ahead. You just need to take one step. That's it. Because movement, no matter how small, creates momentum. And momentum, that's what gets you out of the dark places. So how do you apply this to daily life? Start with the basics. If all you can do today is sit up in bed, do that. If all you can manage is taking a shower, do that. If stepping outside for a breath of fresh air feels like too much, just open the window. Every small action is a victory. Then push yourself a little further. Take a walk, even if it's just around the block. Get to the gym, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Move your body, because movement wakes up your mind. Depression wants you still. Movement tells your brain, we're not giving up today. And it's not just physical movement, it's mental movement too. Read a book. Watch something that inspires you. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Take an action, any action, that moves you forward, even if it's just an inch. because inches add up to feet, feet turn into miles, and miles lead you to a whole new place in life. The key is this: don't let your feelings dictate your actions. You won't always feel like moving, do it anyway. Because when you push through, when you refuse to stay stuck, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than the weight trying to hold you down. So today, make a promise to yourself. Just take one step. That's all. One step toward healing, one step toward change, one step toward the life you deserve. Because as long as you keep moving, no matter how slow, you're winning. And depression, it can't keep up with a moving target. 5. Speak power over your life. The words you speak shape your reality. Stop saying, I can't. Start saying, I will. Every time you speak positivity over your life, you weaken depression's grip. Speak light into your darkness. The words you speak, whether out loud or in your mind, are shaping your life every single day. Depression wants you to repeat the same negative script. I'm not enough. I'll never be happy. Nothing ever changes. But let me tell you something. Your words have power. And when you change the way you speak, you change the way you think. You see, your mind believes what you tell it the most. If you keep saying, I can't, your brain finds ways to prove you right. But if you start saying, I will, I am strong, I am capable, your brain starts searching for proof of that instead. Start with daily affirmations. When you wake up in the morning, before the world tries to tell you who you are, you tell yourself first. Look in the mirror and say, I am strong. I am built for this. I am not my past. I am my future. I refuse to give up on myself. At first, it might feel fake. You might not believe a single word. Say it anyway, because belief is an instant. It's built through repetition. The more you hear it, the more you start to accept it. The more you accept it, the more you live it. Cancel negative self-talk. The moment you catch yourself saying something negative about yourself, stop. Don't let that thought finish. Replace it with something empowering. Instead of, I'll never get better, say, I am healing every day. Instead of, I am a failure, say, I am learning and growing. Speak life into others. Your words don't just affect you, they affect the people around you. Encourage someone, lift them up, because the more you practice speaking life into others, the more natural it becomes to do the same for yourself. Your voice is a tool. Use it to build, not destroy. Depression wants you to speak defeat. You must choose to speak victory. And when you do this day after day, word by word, you'll realize something powerful. Your mind listens to you. So make sure it's hearing the right message. 6. Reject comfort, embrace growth. Depression wants you comfortable on the couch, in bed, alone. Growth happens in discomfort. Challenge yourself daily. Read, learn, push past the mental barriers. If you want change, be willing to fight for it. The way you start your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately scroll through your phone, letting negativity and distractions flood your mind, you've already lost control of your day. But if you wake up with intention, if you take charge of your morning, you create momentum that carries you forward. Depression wants you to hit snooze. It wants you to stay in bed, lost in thought, feeling like you have no control. But let me tell you something. You do have control. And it starts with the first few moments of your day. Step 1, wake up with purpose. Before you even get out of bed, take a deep breath and set an intention. Say to yourself, today is a new opportunity. I am in control of my actions. I will take one step forward today. Don't let yesterday's struggles decide today's mindset. Every morning, you get a fresh start. Own it. Step 2, move your body. Depression wants you to stay still. So do the opposite. Stretch. Do 10 push-ups. Walk outside and feel the air on your skin. It doesn't matter how small. Just move. Because movement wakes up your mind, lifts your energy, and tells depression, not today. Step 3, protect your mind. Instead of filling your mind with negativity first thing in the morning, feed it something uplifting. Listen to a motivational message. Read a few pages of an inspiring book. Write down something you're grateful for. What you consume shapes your thoughts, so choose wisely. Step 4, plan one win for the day. It doesn't have to be something big. Just one thing you can accomplish. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's finishing an important task. Maybe it's reaching out to a friend. Depression makes everything feel overwhelming, so break it down, one win at a time. You don't have to conquer everything in one day. You just have to win the morning. Because when you start strong, when you take control of those first moments, you set yourself up to fight, to grow, and to rise above. Win the morning, and the rest of the day will follow. 7, never give up. Your story ain't over. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Your struggle is part of your testimony. You've got something inside of you stronger than your pain. Keep pushing, keep believing, because the world needs your story. Depression wants you to isolate yourself. It wants you to believe that no one understands, that no one cares, that you're in this battle by yourself. But let me tell you something, you are not alone. No matter what your mind tells you, there are people who will stand beside you, who will support you, who will remind you that your fight is worth it. You don't have to carry this weight by yourself. Real strength isn't about doing it all alone. It's about knowing when to reach out. Step 1, speak up. If you're struggling, don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone, a friend, a family member, a mentor, anyone you trust. It doesn't have to be a deep, emotional conversation. It can be as simple as, "I'm having a rough day." That's it. A single sentence can break the cycle of isolation. Because when you let someone in, when you allow them to remind you of your worth, you take away depression's power. You remind yourself that you're part of something bigger. Step 2, build a support system. You need people in your corner, people who uplift you, who challenge you, who remind you of your strength. Surround yourself with those who bring light into your life, even when you can't see it yourself. And if you don't have that right now, seek it out. Join a group, find a mentor, get involved in something that connects you with others. Step 3, be that person for someone else. The best way to break out of your own darkness is to help someone else out of theirs. Check in on a friend, send a message, be present, because when you lift someone else up, you lift yourself up too. You were never meant to fight this battle alone. Depression is strong, but connection is stronger. Find your people. Let them stand with you. Let them remind you on the days you forget that you are needed, you are valued, and you are never alone in this fight. Because together, we rise. So, there you have it. 7 powerful methods to defeat depression, inspired by Denzel Washington's unstoppable mindset. By embracing discipline, serving others, moving forward, speaking power over your life, and never fighting alone, you can transform your mindset and take control of your journey. So, let me ask you, what method are you going to apply to your life today? How will you start taking action against depression and reclaim your power? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know how you plan to use these methods in your life. And if you're looking for more inspiration to fuel your mindset, check out the video right here on screen. It's packed with even more powerful strategies to keep you going. Let's continue this journey together.